Last time in step 148, we had finished up the destabilizing fins. These have been sanded and sealed. That little flange has been put on, and those are ready to go. So we're on step 149 now, and we're going to start with the nose cone. And the first thing that we need to do here is to check all the slots and pop out any that have remained in there. And it's usually these front ones because the plastic is thicker up here. So we have to take a knife and pop those out. And they're probably going to fall in, but that's okay because we're going to cut the bottom off, so we'll be able to get these out pretty easy. Okay, I got them all. Now in step 150, we need to check the edges and if there's any raised area that's sticking up. These are laser cuts, so the laser actually melts the plastic. It is possible that there might be some plastic sticking up, so go ahead and sand those down so that the fins will be able to lay flush on the tube. Okay, this next step, we're going to cut off the back end of this. The instructions call for a razor saw. I don't have one here in the room, so I'm just going to use a knife. But on the back end of the nose cone, you'll find a groove. And if you put a knife blade in there or use a razor saw, it will guide you around, and that will allow you to take the back end off. See the way I'm holding this? I'm holding with my fingers right up on the blade, so it makes that blade nice and stable. And I want to go around and I want to score it. This is polystyrene plastic. So polystyrene is pretty brittle. So once you get it scored, you can just kind of flex it back and forth and it will snap off. Back end of 152 is to sand this edge. So take off any burrs. Make that nice and flat. Step 153 is to sand the inside of the nose cone because we're going to be gluing that bulkhead in there with the shock cord that we did earlier. So scuffing it up would be nice if you can get your hand in. I cannot get my hand in. There are people here in the building that can, but if you could scuff it up, that would be nice. If you can't, it's probably going to be okay because this is high impact polystyrene. Glue sticks to it really well. It's not like other high power nose cones that are kind of waxy. Step 154 is we need to get this piece here. And we're going to cut out the forward flanges. And I've already started cutting them out to get prepared. I got one out. You only need 4 of them. There's extras on this sheet. So let me get the remainder out here. Step 155 is we need to mark lines down the tube. The instructions say to use masking tape to draw a straight line down. So you can either use thick, I'm going to use 1/4 inch just because it's a little easier to handle. So what I want to do is I'm going to start here at the back, find the middle of a slot, and I'm going to put the edge of the tape down right there, smash it down, and then draw it forward. Try to keep it off the nose cone as much as possible. I'll keep it straighter and just draw it up like that. And then we're going to take a pencil and we're going to draw a line between the tape. And this is going to allow us to make sure our fins are nice and straight. Okay, so you can see my line right there. And I'm going to do that 3 more times and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're on step 156. And what we're going to do in this is to take these flanges that we cut out previously, and these are going to get glued onto the bottom of the forward fin like this. So the line can be used as a center line. And so we're only going to put glue up to that point. So we're going to glue from here to there. And I'm going to use some medium glue, just put a little bead down there, and then just put that in there. And then do that for all 4 of those. Okay, so now step 157, there's 2 more of these fin alignment templates. And right now we want the secondary alignment guide. In step 158, we're going to put this over the nose cone. And we're going to slide it all the way down to the base of the nose cone. And we're going to align these notches up with the fin slots like that. Press the fin back as far as possible to align the back edge. So here's the back edge. And we want that to be aligned with the shoulder on the nose cone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a test fit. And mine is kind of fat, and I have to force it a little bit. So that's where it's going to be glued. And the front tab will go into here, and the back tab will go into there. There we go. So that's how they're all going to get glued in. So go ahead and do that. And put some glue on this flange as well, because that has to be glued down. We're going to kind of curve it to the surface of the nose cone. Just wipe off any excess glue there. And this flange right here, you got to press that down so it conforms to the surface of the nose cone. That one looks pretty good. I like it. Press that flange down. Make sure that the back edge here is even with that shoulder, because that's going to make this gap here as tight as possible. So this is what we're looking for. It's nice flush fins. So I'm going to go ahead and do up the remainder of the 2 fins, and then I'll be right back. We're on step 160. This is to be installing these destabilizer fins. So we're going to take the other angle alignment guide. I'm going to pull this one off because we're done with it. So this one will go on. It will be like right there. And we're going to glue these on the same way that we did the other one. Put glue on the bottom. Put that one in there. Make sure it's aligned with your line right there. That looks pretty good. Make sure that everything's aligned this way. And again, along that line there. And so these should go on pretty straightforward. And if possible, try to get it as close to the forward fin as you can. And check your point. That looks pretty good. It's going good. So I'm going to do the O's, and then in step 162, we're going to put clay nose weight in. So I'll put these on, and then I'll be right back.